Welcome 360 fam. So let's talk about an issue that a lot of dancers face. I recently did a poll on Instagram and asked what you guys want to hear about, what holds you back the most, and everyone asked, what do you do to free your mind when you're dancing so you can just be in your freestyle and enjoy and feel creative and free? And I'd like to talk about that subject today because it's definitely something that was a struggle for me in the beginning. I came from a really trained background, like ballet background, where it was always like, right, wrong, left, right. And that really gets you in your frontal lobe, really gets you in your head, and you always start to, talk to yourself and kind of when you're moving and when you're dancing, instead of just experiencing it as this, you're aware and you're present in the moment, you start to shift outside of yourself and observe yourself, and you're judging yourself at the same time of while you're moving. So I want to talk about some techniques that helped me. So if we think of dance the same as meditation, right? There's steps. There's like a ladder that you have to climb, right? It's not like you're just trying to jump over the wall and get to this magical place of now your mind is free, right? There are ways that we drill our mind so that we can have the mind control in order to relax the mind enough so that we can enter into our creative, childlike alpha state. So the first step, as if you were trying to teach someone meditation, would be one-pointed focus. One-pointed focus, a great example would be to stare at one spot and focus in on that spot like a drishti, right? When you're doing yoga and you're kind of looking over the line of your finger and everything else is kind of fuzzy and you just are focused on that one area of the body, and it kind of helps focus the mind in, hone the mind in. Another great example would be if you were thinking about focusing your mind, I'd say on a flame of a candle. Flame of a candle, this is how I would teach a child how to meditate. You would look at the candle and just, the mind would sway. No, come back to the candle, look at the flame, look at the flame, look at the flame. So we can do this as dancers with music, right? So if you pick out a part of the music and you hear that bass line, you're like, okay, I heard boom, da 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 da, boom. Then your one-pointed focus would be on that particular part of the music, and you can start to zone out and just have your meditation and your focus be on that part of the music. So that can help already. Once it starts to, you have the mind kind of going all over the place, right, wrong, or did I slip, did I go fast enough, did I whatever, boom, you focus in on that part of the music, and that helps zoom the mind in, which helps it relax so that you can enter into that. That helps relax your nervous system, which allows you to enter in those creative frequencies and just relax the mind to go into that creative state. I think it's really important also for us not to beat ourselves up when the mind does stray, because just like when you're in a meditation, sometimes you're going to lose your focus. If you lose your focus, you just have to, okay, don't beat myself up about it, let me come right back, right? So if you find yourself and you're freestyling and you're feeling and you're in the flow, whatever, it's natural. Sometimes you fall out of it and you start thinking, oh, what should I do next? Or should I go over there? Should I do this? Like, let that thought just pass by. Let it keep going and then come back to your one-pointed focus, right? So let's say you, let's elaborate on the one-pointed focus. It can go from music to a body part. So I like to do a lot of drills where I'm drawing geometry outside of my body with shapes. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna take my elbow and I just start, like thinking about this kind of this energetic field outside of my body and me drawing shapes into that energetic field. So I'm already going into this meditation with visualization, using the power of visualization outside of my body to draw shapes. And we could do that, taking the visualization inside the body, thinking about energy moving in the body, thinking about us maybe playing with chi, or even taking actual physical points of the body, drawing squares, thinking about linear movements, thinking about moving energy in circles. But you're using the power of visualization to help focus the mind. So yeah, dance is not much different than meditation. We all have this monkey mind, and it's absolutely normal. We shouldn't beat ourselves up over it. And I think it's really brave of freestyle dancers to take that next step, because it's so easy just to go and follow somebody's routine, because then what is your mind doing? Your mind is focused on what someone told you to do, so you still have that one pointed focus, right? So the choreography becomes your meditation. So when you step into that next level of freestyle, which is way harder than doing somebody's choreography is because now you have to focus your mind by yourself. Nobody's telling you what to focus your mind on. So you have to find another subject to focus your mind on. So this would be our first step. So of course, one pointed focus is not meditation. This is our ladder to get to that blissful state of Ananda, where we're just in this creative flow and we're actually opening up our portal so that we can receive spirit and really enter into the true dance. So using that one pointed focus to enter into that Ananda state, that's the goal, right? So I suggest that you really drill that one pointed focus, whether it be on the music, on your body parts, on visualization, on shapes, geometries around the body, inside of the body, energy of the body, all of these things to help you move into that place where you're ready to open up your crown, receive your ancestors, and really allow the energy to flow. And it's going to naturally happen. So let's talk about the next step after one pointed focus. So now that we have this one pointed focus, the mind is controlled. It's very important that we start to prepare our crown just to receive, right? This is when we enter the infinite, right? This is when the universe begins to dance through us, when we become the channel. So step 2, becoming the channel. How do we, now that our mind is focused, it's calm, our nervous system is calm, our breath has relaxed our nervous system, to become that host of that universal energy, right? There is a level of trust, right? It's just like allowing someone to, hold and touch your body and receive love. You're receiving that from that universal force. So there's a big element of trust there, of just, my crown is open, I'm receiving that universal energy, let it flow through me, and whatever it wants to do, I trust it and I allow that it's here for my greatest good and healing. So that is, I think, the most important point that I can make is just to trust that universal force and to not doubt it. Because as soon as you doubt it, the channel closes. And you'll feel alone, almost like, oh no, I'm here like naked. Like, what happened? All of a sudden I feel uncomfortable and weird. So anyway, I hope this video has given you some tips on how you can relax your mind and come to that one pointed focus and eventually open up your channel to that universal force. This is for me the true dance, and really what allows that healing and remembering of like who I am and why I'm here, and really bring in those vital therapeutic aspects of dance for me that has kept me dancing my whole life, and helps just keep my daily equilibrium and my system in balance. And this is something I remember I had an artist once say to me that dance maintains the rhythm of the universe. I thought, wow, like, what if we didn't even know, like, the responsibility that we had, right? So we better not be in our head when we're dancing if that's our responsibility and that's what we're doing. So, yeah, I love you all, and good luck with your journey.